Up next on the breakfast menu this morning, we have a studio full of folks here this morning. We've got some folks representing TOPS, T-O-P-S, TOPS, taking off pounds sensibly. Folks, you've been hearing us talk about TOPS over the years, a couple of times a year. So this morning we've got, Steve and Kathy Kirchhofer. Good morning.
Morning.
Nice to have you here. We've got Lynn Mellick.
Good morning.
Did I say that right?
Melich.
Melich. Very good.
Okay.
And Gail Rachow.
Close. Rock out.
I promise I've said the names before.
I know you have.
I promise. All right, TOPS, taking off pounds sensibly. Steve, let's start with you. We want to talk about the fact that you guys now have 3 chapters here. All right, so there's plenty of opportunity for folks to get involved. But Steve, let's start with you if we can.
Okay, I'm going to attempt to parse out an answer to what TOPS is about. I had to get the word of the day in.
Gotcha. Very nice. Thank you.
Anyway, so TOPS is an organization whose primary mission is to assist our members in achieving their weight loss goals. Everybody's a little different, and so we try to support people in their plan to lose their weight. We kind of do it different ways. To start with, there's usually a program associated with every meeting, which sometimes they're entertaining, sometimes they're informational.
Yeah.
It just kind of depends. We have a lot of contests which assist our people in losing weight. Right now in our chapter, we're running a 10 for 10 contest, which is where we're going to, if you could lose 10 pounds by the end of this year, you get $10 from the club. Okay. And there's a lot of things like that. Kathy can talk more in detail about what our club's actually doing. But the real goal of TOPS is to help you achieve your weight loss goals by supporting you in that.
So TOPS is not necessarily you're not necessarily promoting a specific diet or a specific. No. It's not that. You are just supporting whatever it is someone is doing. You're there as a friendship, as a hey, we're all in this together kind of thing.
That's correct. TOPS it does not sell something.
Right.
TOPS is a club.
It's a nonprofit organization.
One of the things I have noticed over the years of interviewing folks from TOPS is there's many times folks who have who reached their weight goal or their goal weight years ago, but they stay involved with TOPS because it is all about that support. It's helping support others, right?
Yes, that's right.
Our chapter, for example, we have 49 members. We're the largest chapter in Henderson County. We have 49 members, but 20 of them have all reached their weight goals and have been maintaining them, some of them for over a decade.
Okay, wow.
About half of those for over a decade. And we have 3 couples who have all reached their weight goals.
Wow, to go at it as couples. Wow.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about the 3 chapters here in a moment, but first, can we just, because you're all members of TOPS, any one of you can take this. What is it about TOPS that helps you? What is it about TOPS that keeps you going, that keeps you supporting what it is? Lynn?
Well, I think first of all, it's the camaraderie that we have as a group. You walk and people. I've been in the chapter since 2014. Well, I was in 186, which is the other chapter. I'm now in a new chapter, but I have been there since 2014.
Mm-hmm.
Took me a few years to get to my goal, but I've now maintained it for 5 years.
Wow.
First in my life.
Yeah.
There's a couple of things about TOPS that are really exciting to me. Number one, I have friendships that I'm going to have for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
I have support. You walk into another, like a for-profit weight loss organization, and, you really don't develop any friendships. You're sitting in your chair and you leave. You weigh in, you sit in your chair and you leave. With TOPS, it really is more about getting that support and getting it through the fact that you've maintained all these friendships, and people support each other. So you notice when somebody's really struggling, and maybe you'll pick up the phone and say, how can I help you? Or, maybe your goal's too light, talk to your doctor. Maybe you're trying to achieve something that's not achievable.
Right.
Especially when we have a lot of older people in our chapters, you get to a point you can't
It's not as easy.
Right,
Yeah,
exactly,
yeah.
exactly.
So what is the goal of having different chapters? You want more chapters because it's easier for folks to get to you, or what's the concept of that?
It's geography and time.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So, like, to give you an example, we have two right at the same church. We're at Grace Lutheran Church in the morning on Wednesday and in the afternoon, evening on Thursday.
Gotcha.
And then Gail's chapter is in Mills River. That's on Thursday evening, afternoon.
Yeah.
So it's geographical and the time.
Yeah.
The morning meeting on Wednesday attracts a lot of retired people.
Right.
The Thursday meeting in the afternoon, we've got some people who are working.
Sure.
So
sure.
it's convenient for them.
Sure.
So I'm sure.
Sure, that makes sense. Gail, you want to talk about your chapter a bit?
Yeah, we're a real support to each other. Having left 186, we specifically moved for location.
Yeah.
And
You're the one. So you're the one in the Mills River.
Yes.
Okay.
We're the Mills River group, and we've maintained two of the original people that started the chapter. Two have passed on, or I think they still would be there.
Yeah.
We have long-time members, people that have been with us since we started in 2007.
Mm-hmm.
So, and people keep coming back for the reason of the support.
Okay.
And whether you've reached your COP status or lost your COP status, which is keeping your pounds off sensibly, you still want to be there because you know that's where you're going to get
Sure.
the support you need.
Sure. So, how do we find out more about these chapters and how we can get involved with TOPS?
Tops.org.
Tops.org.
Also, we have our phone numbers for each of the leaders of the three chapters that
Sure.
are here, so anybody can call any one of us.
So, someone describe a typical TOPS meeting.
Okay, well, initially, you're going to come into the meeting and
Weigh
weigh in. And the
the
weigh in
first
is a
thing.
big part. Okay, the accountability for most of us is really important. You're talking about the reason why I'm there. I need accountability.
Yeah.
I need to have that weekly weigh in as a personal goal. Because I have a scale at home. I can weigh myself at home.
Right.
But
you're the only one who sees it.
That's right. There's this accountability that TOPS gives you. And that's a really big part of it for me. If I didn't have that accountability, it would be harder for me to maintain my weight.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about what happens next, Gail, usually at your meetings?
Well, we have the weigh-in, and while the weigh-in is going on is our social time. That is when we talk and visit with our friends and take care of our contests that are going on. You know, if you've had a weight loss and it counts towards your contest, you tell the contest person. And we have little goals of put a quarter in each week, and at the end of the month, whose ever name is drawn out gets all the money.
Yeah.
And it's not required of anybody to be in a contest, but it seems like everybody wants to
Well,
be
of
in
course,
It's
of
always
course.
kind of fun, yeah.
It's fun.
Sure.
And once the contest or the weigh-in is over, we start our meeting, and we have we do a roll call, which is everybody gets a chance to say how their week has been
Yeah.
and whether or not they've gained or lost if they choose. You don't
Okay.
have to say that, though,
Right,
which
right.
is. And sometimes it's just good enough to say, I had a great week, or I really struggled this week. And that's where you get the support.
And yeah, exactly, because you're talking to people who have dealt with the same
Yeah,
thing,
yeah.
and
And there's-
maybe in the same week.
And there's not anybody in there that hasn't been through the up and down of weight
course.
loss.
Of course. Wow. So once again, how is it? What's the website we go to find out more about TOPS?
Tops.org.
Tops.org. TOPS.org. Steve, I believe you wanted to kind of finish out for us. with a
With the
thought.
holidays coming up,
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to talk just a little bit because we all experience a lot of challenges trying to deal with food over the holidays and all the different things that can get pushed on you and stuff. And I had a thought that I think I wanted to share with Q Nation, just sort of on how all of us, even those outside of TOPS, can kind of assist themselves in controlling their weight a little. And that's really just to be mindful of the things that you eat. Okay, you don't want to be the guy who is sitting down at a football game with a bag of chips, and at halftime he's like, "Where'd all the chips go?"
Right. Who took my chips?
Who took my chips? You know, and when you do that, you don't even enjoy the food. Okay, but if you're mindful about what you eat, that is, make decisions. So when the office brings out all these snacks, don't just pick one up and eat it while you're walking around. You know, gather a plate, be mindful, make a decision of what you're going to eat, and be just very intentional about it.
Yeah.
And I think if you do that, two things are going to happen. You're going to enjoy your food a lot more. I like food. I want to enjoy it. I guarantee you sometime this season I'm going to sit down with a plate of 600 calories of cookies in front of me, and I'm going to like that.
Sure.
Okay. But I will have made that decision, and having done so, just automatically you'll compensate a little. You won't eat so much lunch. You won't do whatever it is that's, and so it kind of causes you to regulate your calories just a little sort of automatically. Plus you enjoy your food more.
Yeah.
And if you do that, it will help your weight. It will help you not gain weight.
Okay. All right. Tops.org. You can find out about the three different chapters, right? Kathy, you had something?
I just wanted to mention that several of our members have talked about joining in December, and that really would be a benefit. One of them said, I started in December and I lost 7.5 pounds. If I hadn't joined TOPS, I probably would have gained 7.5 or more, and would started the new year with even more to lose.
Right.
So this is the time, really, to visit our chapters. It's free to visit. You can go to a meeting, sit in, see what you think, and, try us out.
I was going to ask about that. Yeah. Can we go, and can we, what do you call it in college when you...
Audit.
When you audit. Yeah, can we audit a TOPS meeting just to see?
You can actually audit all three of our chapters.
Sure, and see which one fits best.
Yes,
and of course, you do different times, different locations, and so forth. Well, obviously, I'm going to say this. Obviously, TOPS works because there are 5 people in this studio, and there's only one person in the studio that I look at that could lose a little weight, and it's me. You guys all look great. So again, obviously it works. I always find that interesting. Anytime we have people from TOPS who come in here, I look at and I'm like, why are you in a weight loss program? You don't. But there's a reason why.
Yes.
And kudos to all of you who get to your goal weight and you stick with the support of others, because you needed it and you got it, and then you're sharing the same. So once again, folks, there are three different chapters of TOPS, and you can find out more by going to TOPS. That's TOPS.org. Which chapter is going to work best for you? What time is going to work best for you? And can't think of a better time than as we lead into the holidays, as we lead into Thanksgiving and December. Just like you said, you've had folks who joined in December and lost 7 or 8 pounds rather than gaining. Thanks for the work that you guys do, and thanks for the support that you give, folks. All right.
Thanks for having us.
Yep,
Thanks
we're
for having
glad
us.
to do it. Glad to do it. Once again, folks, it's TOPS, TOPS.org, 3 different chapters and different times that you can check in on and audit a couple of the classes and see what you think. See if it will work for you. TOPS, TOPS.org.